Hey lightweights, and thank you for tuning in to my Halo trailer reaction video. I have mixed feelings for this. I am both incredibly excited and also nervous as well, because I'll start with the nervousness. I feel like this is a big entity. That's not the right word. A big franchise to take on, and it is Paramount Plus, so maybe they'll have a little bit more money to throw at it than just like, I don't know, a regular cable TV channel. And I hope they do it well, but my fear is we have this beloved franchise and it's just not gonna be handled well. I know that the teaser trailer was really well received, at least from what I've seen and heard. So I have hope. And I am very excited because the Halo games that I've played, I've loved. I haven't played all of them. I have played all the Master Chief ones, I think. I loved Infinite most recently. But it's been a very long time since I played the Halo games. I played the Master Chief collection when it very first came out. I did play the first Halo, Combat Evolved, when that very first came out, but I was like in elementary school, so my memories of that are very cloudy. But when the Master Chief Collection first came out, I was all on that. I bought that right away and I played through them. So I don't know a ton of the lore though, because I really just have experience with the games that were in that when it very first came out. So this will probably be having a lot of nuancy things that I won't pick up on. I'm not a Halo expert by any means. And I think what I might do is after I react to the trailer, I'm looking at my YouTube home screen right now, and IGN did a trailer breakdown. And I had Mr. Light play the first couple minutes of that to see what that was about. So what I might do is react to that as well, just because they might have some insights that I didn't pick up on in the actual trailer, but we're gonna see how it goes, because that video is 13 minutes, so maybe we'll do that, maybe we won't. Kind of see how I feel at the end of the trailer. If I'm feeling like I want more, or if I'm feeling like I wasn't able to give many thoughts, or there was a lot of things that I wasn't quite picking up on, then I might watch it, but we'll kind of see how that goes. So, if you're new here, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell button when you do, so you know when I post my next video. And I think that's everything. This intro is a little bit cringy, more cringier than, cringier? Is that a word? It is now. More cringier than it usually is. I don't know why, but I'm like nervous for this reaction. I feel like the Halo community is all very involved and very invested, and I feel like y'all are gonna be disappointed. But I have my Halo shirt on. Spartans never sleep. Never sleep. Wake up, John. Never die. All right, so yeah, okay. We're gonna do this before I dig myself in a bigger, more embarrassing hole. Okay, here we go. I didn't recognize her. She's somebody new?
You. Humanity's best weapon.
Ah! Yes, I love doing that in the games. Holy shit, his armor looks so good. I have goosebumps, you guys. It looks so good.
Trained for one purpose: to win this war. He and the other Spartans are our only effective weapons against
guys,
the Covenant.
The armor looks so phenomenal. Warthog.
He is lethal, upgradable, and most importantly,
ooh, that was cool.
Controllable.
Covenant
the lights when it hit off his shield.
When I touched the object,
I felt something. I felt different.
What they did to us makes you numb.
Oh, cool. So they're going to touch on the fact that they were taken as kids.
Spartan do that?
What does
Who is
one
that?
do with a superhuman you're not sure you can trust?
Hello, Master Chief. I'm Cortana.
Oh my god, you got my freaking goosebumps right now!
Master Chief recovered something.
Sacred ring. Halo.
Holy shit.
Humans surrender to the Covenant.
Cortana, I'm gonna need you now. Find the Halo. Win the war.
Holy shit, you guys, I'm like emotional. Hold on, I have to rewind and look at Cortana again. Fuck, where was that? It was further along, I think.
This makes you numb.
You just decided to help me. Why would a Spartan do that?
Why am I emotional right
What does
now?
one do with a superhuman you're not sure you can trust?
So is that Halsey? Halsey? Was that her name?
Hello,
Halsey's
Mr.
the singer.
I'm Cortana.
Holly? What's her name again? Oh my god. So that's the same actress, right? Sounds the same. I don't know, I don't know how I feel about her. She looks good, but I don't know. I miss the video game model, I guess. Does that make sense? I don't know. We'll see. It's literally like a 2-second clip. I'm sure it's going to be amazing, but I'm trying to, like, she doesn't really look like an AI to me. I guess there's like a little bit of ripple and sheen on her clothing, and looks like there's a little something in her hair. I don't know, but I'm so excited.
Hannah.
Oh, okay, yeah. I could really see it once I hit play. Oh my god, the energy stuff looks so good. Did you see that shield? Sorry, guys. Yeah, okay, when it's playing, she looks much, much better. I take that back. Wait, fuck, I missed it again. Fuck. Okay, I can't rewind. Watching this on Xbox is proven difficult here. It keeps going 10 seconds.
Hello, Master Chief.
Okay, we're gonna get it this time.
Cortana.
And pause. Okay. Look how good that looks, you guys. Oh my god, I'm like tearing up. I was not expecting that reaction at all. I'm like, I don't know much about Halo. I'm not that emotionally invested. I had fun with it, but apparently it's dredging up some memories, you guys.
Master Chief recovered something.
Sacred ring. Halo.
God, fuck, it looks so good.
Humans. Surrender to the Covenant.
Ooh. Everything, like all of these special effects and props just look so... Did I say that yet? They look so good. Have you heard that yet?
Donna, I'm gonna need you now.
Oh my god. Okay. Okay, you guys, I took a second. I composed myself. I thought that looked so good. I really... Oops, I'm so excited. I'm hitting my microphone. I feel like they really... I don't want to say did their research, but it feels like they want to do the series justice. They want to do the franchise justice. And from this trailer, I have really high hopes. I have really, really high hopes. I am going to do the trailer breakdown reaction just because I would be curious to see what sorts of things the people who know way more than I do at IGN find. Give me a little bit more insight on things. Because there was a lot happening in that trailer. There were so many different cuts of different scenes, and too much for me to see and understand. So I am definitely going to react to that, but I want to do like a little interlude before I get into there with my thoughts right now, just so they're not like swayed at all. So I feel like the weapons looked phenomenal. They had so many different types of weapons there. The fact that you can yank the machine gun off and use it is my favorite move in Halo. That's my go-to, especially for those of you who played Halo Infinite. When we had to do the training scenario location, that was the only thing that got me through. I was yanking off all the turrets and I was using those, or all the machine guns and using those. They have a wide variety of weapon types that I saw. I didn't see a needler. I'm sure it's in there. But the energy swords looked phenomenal. I think it was, what's the name? The ones that like look like this and they shoot the little green balls. An energy gun. I don't freaking know. One of those. When he was walking out, he had that. Obviously in the thumbnail, he has the M16, maybe? The machine gun? I don't freaking know. I'm making shit up at this point. We saw the energy shields. That the round ones, they're not the grunts. Fuck, what are those ones called? I don't know. See, this is why I need to do the breakdown. But then we also saw the energy shields on Master Chief when he got hit with the sword. You saw the colored, like, distinction. Yeah, words. Yep. But I thought it was cool how it did the ripple effect with the blue and the yellow because... Correct me if I'm wrong, but if I remember correctly, your shield kind of like turned yellow as it broke. So I think that's kind of cool that it like showed the impact that he was getting in the shield. With the scene with the 3 Spartans walking out, I don't know who they are. I probably should, but I don't know who they are. There was a variety of different weapons there. There was one of wow. I can talk. I'm so excited. I'm like, one of the Spartans had a sniper rifle. So it looks like they're trying to show a variety of weaponry. We saw a variety of vehicles. Obviously the Warthog. I'm literally the world's worst Warthog driver. I don't know, like the driving system in Halo is just not good for me. It's not good for me. I crash, I flip, I drive off cliffs. It's not good. But the Warthog is a staple, so I'm glad that they had that in there. It looked like there was a Banshee. It looked like, what are the big ones called that drop off the yeah. Guys, I think I just need to watch the breakdown now because all words are fleeing my brain. But we saw a wide variety of vehicles as well. So I feel like they really have a love for Halo that they are trying to show through this series. And Cortana, when she was paused, I was like, oh, I don't know if I really like her. I think it's awesome. Tell me if I'm wrong, but it sounded like the actress from the games. So I think that is really cool. But when it was paused, I was like, oh, I don't know how I feel about her look. But that's because I paused it. When it was actually playing and it was fluid, you could see the strands of computer code. That's the word. The strands of code going through her hair. You could see like the rippling sheen on her outfit. So I think she looked very good live. So my original impression of that was swayed from the pause versus the play. And obviously I was just really excited because I had such bad goosebumps and I got a little emotional out of nowhere. I'll delve into that in therapy later. But I'm excited. I'm really excited. So I'm going to do the trailer breakdown now. We're going to listen to people who know way more than I do, and kind of see what I missed, because I know that there's a bajillion trillion things that I missed. So we're going to go directly into that next. It's the Halo TV series trailer breakdown and characters explained from IGN. And I'm excited to see what else I missed and what insights they have. So don't go away because we are not done yet.
Humanity's best weapon. Master Chief, huh?
I hope they explain who that chick is.
First trailer and the first Silver Debrief, a blog series on Halo waypoints surrounding the show, 343 Industries and Paramount have gifted Halo fans with another trailer for the Halo TV series. While the previous look was essentially just a sample platter of what the show has to offer, the latest trailer gives fans an idea of the story the show is planning to tell. Without further ado, let's begin. The trailer opens on a shot of an unknown human settlement coming under Covenant attack. This colony is home to a new character created for the series, Quan-Ah, portrayed by actress Yirin.
That makes me feel a little bit better.
Is described as shrewd and audacious. In the Halo universe, human space is divided into 2 primary sections, the inner colonies and the outer colonies. Inner colonies were the earliest planets colonized, often featuring more advanced technology and better quality of life. The outer colonies, where Quan-Ah lives, were founded during a later period of colonization and often by people who wanted to get some distance from Earth and the core of human civilization. This and other factors led to a widespread, if not entirely organized, disdain and resistance to Earth's central government and control. The trailer then shows us several shots of Master Chief, including one with him holding a plasma pistol and another with
Plasma
Chief
pistol.
ripping and
I think I called
wielding
it
a
that.
machine gun turret. It's a simple moment, but one that surely left many a fan excited.
This
After
really,
a massive
really,
explosion at the base.
sorry. This really, really, really makes me want to learn more about the Halo lore. So if any of you guys have recommendations, I think there's books, right? There's books. I just sounded like such a diva. There's books, right? Fuck. If you guys have any recommendations, I think there's some animated shows. I don't know. Let me know what I should read / watch in order to dive into this lore more, because I don't know why, but this trailer made me really want to be like Halo. So please let me know your recommendations and I'll get on that.
Base of an unknown tower, an explosion that looks like it was Covenant made, we cut to Quan-Ah and Master Chief in the mess hall of a human ship. Here, we get what may be our best look at Master Chief's Mjolnir armor, and it looks damn good up close. As the trailer continues and we see more Master Chief action, narration
Damn, those
from
scars.
Natasha McElhonn's Dr. Halsey, who is given a slight
Halsey, I
English
was
accent
right.
in the series,
To win this war.
tells us
See,
that
I'm
Chief
second
was
guessing
created
myself
to
out of
win
embarrassment.
this
I don't need
war,
to.
that he is upgradable and controllable. For anyone who might be confused, Master Chief and other Spartan 2s were kidnapped as young children and trained to be Spartans. Part of that training included brainwashing to make the Spartans fiercely loyal to the UNSC. The trailer seems to make it appear as though the Spartans are being controlled via technology, which is
Yeah, I was a
possible
little
since the
confused by
show is
that.
set in its own timeline rather than strictly following the established games and books. However, this may simply
there are
be the
books.
result of creative editing.
So
Now that we have
is
some
this
background,
not canon
let's
then?
go over these shots of Master Chief.
God,
We
that
start
just
with
looks
a
so
familiar shot
freaking
from the
good.
show's teaser trailer. The scars seen here are the result of the radical and experimental procedures that Spartan 2s had to undergo. The next scene follows Master Chief as he emerges onto a battlefield. In front, we can see another Spartan carrying a large piece of equipment. This would appear to be Spartan Riz 028, whom we'll see more of later. Master Chief is meanwhile handed an assault rifle by a Marine, giving us our first close-up look at Marine armor for this series. The design seems to be a mix of several from across the series, though Halo Wars and Halo 3 seem to be
That's
the primary
cool.
inspiration. As for the Marine himself,
they're
you
pulling
can
from
almost see the
all of the
relief and
games for
awe on his
inspiration. I
face
think that's
as Chief
awesome.
joins the fight. In the background, a Banshee can be seen flying by, and while hard to see clearly, it looks like this is a Type 26B model Banshee, first seen in Halo Reach. After that, we get some shots of the Spartans
realize
who will be
there's
fighting
different kinds.
alongside Master Chief, being suited up like we saw back in Spartan Ops.
Yeah,
we see
see?
Riz 028, played by Natasha Kolzak, Vanek 134, played by Bentley Kalu, and Kai 125, played by Kate Kennedy. Each Spartan has their own armor, all based on Master Chief's Gen 3
that's
Mark
cool.
6 from Halo Infinite, though each customized
Yeah, they
to
do all
some
look a
degree.
little different.
Vanek, the Spartan with an EOD helmet, sports the most customized armor set, featuring additional armor on the chest and unique shoulder pauldrons. Vanek is holding a DMR while Kai carries a sniper rifle, and Riz seems to be wielding only a pair of magnums. As some fans suspected, these Spartans do seem to be stand-ins for Blue Team, or Spartans Fred 104, Linda 058, and Kelly 087, who often worked with Master Chief directly and made their first in-game appearances in Halo 5. Fred was often the second in command, just like
I definitely
Vanek
didn't
is
play
meant to
that.
be in the series, and Linda was the resident sniper, just like Kai seems to be. And speaking of Kai, she has a rather interesting feature for a Spartan
Yeah, why does she
2,
have pink hair?
Dyed hair. Interestingly, the future Spartan 2, Kelly 087, used to dye her hair blue before she was conscripted into the Spartan program. Kai's color accent may be a reference to this detail.
That's cool.
After a large shot of a human ship interior, we finally get to see the Covenant. The elites look like they were modeled after their appearance in Halo
look
2
so good.
Anniversary, though the armor sets seem to be entirely new. The armor looks to be largely gray and black, perhaps marking these as some form of special operations elites. The next shot gives us a look at a live-action warthog in motion, though the background might be the most interesting part of this scene. In the background, we can see the same structure from the start of the previous trailer. According to that silver debrief from Halo Waypoint, the planet is, quote, both familiar and alien to longtime
The
fans.
CGI looks really
We'll
good,
talk about
too.
this more in just a bit. The trailer
Obviously,
then
like, the
shows a
energy
series
stuff
of
with
scenes
CGI,
of
but you know what I
human
mean.
settlement from the start of the trailer under attack, with Master Chief fighting back against Covenant forces. The Chief only barely manages to avoid this sword swing, his shields flaring up in response.
that is so
Interestingly,
cool.
The elites in this scene don't seem to have energy shields. Maybe they were dealt with prior to
yeah.
this scene, or perhaps, like some Spec
That's
Ops
a good
elites,
point.
these armor sets simply lack energy shields.
My stomach's
The next shot shows Chief near the wreckage of a Covenant Phantom, having seemingly just taken it down. Following that, we get our
that's what
first
they're
look
called.
at an intact Phantom.
Those are the
which we
droppy
can
ones,
see
right?
in more detail later in the trailer. As Master Chief reports about the
Yes.
Covenant excavating something, we get our first look at a Forerunner artifact in this series, a multifaceted triangular device. As Master Chief touches the device, the cavern lights up and symbols appear around the artifact. In this close-up, we can see the Reclaimer symbol, which denotes humans as the inheritors of the Forerunner legacy. Surrounding the symbol, we can spot several Forerunner glyphs and symbols, which can actually be translated. The inner circle reads scan, and though incomplete, the upper circle seems to read end. In other words, the artifact is scanning Master Chief to make sure he is a Reclaimer. The artifact in the TV
so
show
fucking
seems to be the
cool.
equivalent to another artifact from the books, which eventually led to the discovery of Installation
Shit, guys,
04,
I wanna
with
read
later
these
scenes
books.
directly referencing the search for Halo. If this is indeed a stand-in for the Sigma Octantis 4 artifact from the books, this planet, described as both familiar and alien to longtime fans, could be Sigma Octantis 4 itself. In the core canon, Sigma Octantis 4 was a major battle, one of the rare UNSC victories at that point in the war, and the battle that saw Jacob Keyes promoted to captain. After touching
see, I
the
don't know
artifact,
any of that
Master
stuff.
Chief notes that he felt different. Interestingly,
That's outside my
whereas
wheelhouse.
earlier lines sounded like they were coming from Chief's helmet speakers, this sounds like a natural voice, which might indicate we'll see scenes of Chief with his helmet off. As Chief speaks, we get two
I don't know how I
brief
feel about
scenes.
that.
First, showing Chief's fist covered in blood and his armor looking fairly damaged. Maybe he just pulled something like what we saw in Halo 4, Forward Unto Dawn. The second scene shows Chief's hand shaking, perhaps a result of touching the artifact. We then cut to an interior shot of the rubble, the network of asteroids we saw in the last trailer, which will act as the base of operations for Soren 066, a rogue Spartan 2 who will be played by Bokeem Woodbine. In this scene, Soren seems to be talking to a fellow Spartan 2, perhaps Master Chief himself, about their shared past and what the UNSC did to them. As he does, we cut to what
That's
might
cool.
be young Spartans in training, followed by what is almost certainly a young John,
That's how I
the
took it.
future Master Chief. Originally only appearing in one short story,
He's
the
so
TV show will be
cute!
fleshing out and developing Soren to a greater degree. Later scenes even show the rogue Spartan in Mjolnir armor, something he never had the opportunity to do in the core canon. Soren was left physically deformed by the augmentation procedures all Spartan 2s underwent, never getting the chance to be a Spartan, so to speak.
Oh my god, can you imagine going through
The
all
next
that
few
and then
scenes
not even
feature
getting to
Quan
be a
Ah
Spartan?
once more, showing the Chief saving her and Quan asking why a Spartan would do that. In the books, the existence of Spartans was kept secret for decades, before being partially revealed to boost morale. Still, even before being publicly acknowledged, Spartans became something akin to boogeymen to insurrectionists and those from the outer colonies. Spartans represent the UNSC and its control, so for a Spartan to help someone like Quan would be a surprise to her, even if it's perfectly in character for Master Chief.
Interesting. Fucking ads. This is what sucks about recording on my Xbox, because I can't do ad blocker.
Preferred almost 2-to-1 over McDonald's. Try them today. Only at
And now I'm extra hungry. Thanks,
Following
Wendy's.
those scenes, we can see a Pelican taking off, number 325, the same one we saw flying over a city on Reach in the previous trailer. Based on the reaction of the troops on the ground, it seems this was an unexpected takeoff. A later scene in the trailer shows the same Pelican glowing with an intense light.
Sorry.
Perhaps this Pelican held both Quan Ah and the Forerunner relic, and the relic did something unexpected. This may be what the Chief saved Quan from. The next scene shows Master Chief in what appears to be a Pelican, with Quan Ah screaming behind some glass, perhaps screaming about the Forerunner relic acting up. Strangely, as the scene plays, we get voiceover from an unknown UNSC fleet admiral talking to Dr. Halsey, asking, what does one do with a superhuman you're not sure you can trust? Even in the books, not every member of the UNSC were fans of Spartans, so while this could be hinting at something like Master Chief going AWOL, a la Halo 5, it could be that this admiral has some other reason to distrust the Chief. Alternatively, it could be this admiral is giving Halsey a heads up about others doubting the Spartans. In the books, Halsey had a few friends in UNSC command that would help her out now and then. None of them were fleet admirals, but with this being a different timeline, anything is possible. As we hit the 1 minute 17 seconds mark, we're introduced to the TV show's take on Cortana. This Cortana, while still retaining an overall blue hue, is much more human in appearance, in some ways closer to Serena from Halo Wars than Cortana from the games, and sporting an outfit more closely resembling the weapons from Halo Infinite. Originally slated to be voiced by Natasha McElhone as well, the role was later given to Jen Taylor, the original Cortana, due to the pandemic. While Jen Taylor's familiar voice will be welcoming to many Halo fans, the new design may prove divisive. Here, we see a Phantom dropping in behind
I could see that,
UNSC
but I like
lines,
it.
much to Kai 125's surprise. In the background,
I feel
we
like-
can spot tent structures which...
Sorry, I don't want to talk over him. I feel like the super blue tint that they gave her in the games doesn't feel as futuristic to me. Like if they have all of this technology, I feel like the AI would look a little bit more realistic. So I don't mind that take. I can definitely see people like purists wanting it to look much more like the game. But I don't hate it. Obviously, I have to see how it looks actually in the show. I feel like this little clip is not enough to gain a solid opinion yet, but I could see it going either way, and I can definitely understand how it would be divisive.
May be the prefabricated memory plastic cubicle first described in Halo the Flood, and later visualized in Halo Fireteam Raven. We then get a look at a jackal, which more or less looks just like they did in Halo 3 or Halo Reach. This one is equipped with an energy dagger on its wrist, similar to Elite's in Halo Reach. The creature movement on the jackal looked fantastic in the brief glimpse we get. Following that, we have a group shot of Silver Team, the name for the Spartan team Master Chief will be serving with in the series. We then cut to our first scene in this trailer with Commander Miranda Keyes, as portrayed by Olive Gray, inspecting the artifact Chief found. While the game didn't do much with Miranda, the TV show reimagines the commander as not just a naval officer, but a scientist too. The daughter of Dr. Halsey and Captain Jacob Keyes, Miranda's estranged family will be a prominent part of the series. We then change to Miranda and Spartan Kai 125 looking over a computer which appears to be translating Covenant language. Kai then does a title drop, Sacred Ring Halo, before the trailer cuts to another scene with Dr. Halsey. A couple suits of Mjolnir armor can be spotted in the background, and Halsey has a look of anxiety on her face. Perhaps she just witnessed the Covenant glassing a planet. The next shot features our first look at Halo starships up close.
I thought those were actually people back there.
Gladius class heavy corvette in the foreground, and a Covenant SDV class corvette towering over it, really demonstrating the difference in scale between what the UNSC could produce and the power the Covenant had at their disposal.
Yeah, I didn't notice that, but that's well done.
A new human character who was raised in some capacity by the Covenant. Portrayed by actress Charlie Murphy, Maki shares the Covenant's beliefs and fights with them. Given the way the trailer is cut together, this might be the Covenant discovering and taking in Maki. Behind Maki, we get glimpses of the interior of High Charity, the Covenant's holy city. The Golden City that we saw during Halo 2 can be spotted in the background along the massive Forerunner key ship that once powered the station.
Is Halo 2 the one where you actually play?
Too, as we rarely get to see what passes for casual attire within the Covenant. We then get to see Maki standing before three prophets, likely the High Prophets Truth, Mercy, and Regret, with an elite standing nearby. The
one where you get to play as the elite.
Is unlike anything seen in the games, but it could be a reimagined Sanctum of the Hierarchs from Halo 2. The next few scenes show Maki working with the Covenant against humanity, telling them to surrender to the Covenant as Letgolo worms attack and hold down local human forces.
They look really good.
Letgolo worms are more familiar to fans as hunters, which are actually mobile colonies of Letgolo. As the trailer approaches its end, we get a group shot of Silver Team and Master Chief, along with their Spartan numbers. We can see an insignia on the right breastplate of each Spartan, likely a team insignia like the one used by Blue Team in the core canon. During this scene, we hear Master Chief asking for Cortana's help. Naturally, the trailer closes on a couple of shots of Master Chief. The first shows him picking up a battle rifle with some supreme Spartan style. The second is a simple close-up of a blood and dirt-covered Chief, saying,
"Find the Halo. Win the war."
Finally, the trailer ends with an air date of March 24th, a surprise to be sure, but a welcome one. The lead up to Halo
I didn't even pay
TV
attention
series
to
has
that.
been a tumultuous one,
That's
but
so
we're
soon.
so close to seeing the final product now. From these trailers, it appears that 343 Industries and Paramount are pouring a lot of love into this show. And
I said that!
though it may deviate from the stories established by the games, books, and other media, this series is Halo through to its core.
Oh my god, my
For
stomach,
everything
I
else
need
about
lunch.
Halo, be sure to subscribe to IGN wherever you like to watch.
Okay, I'm going to keep this short because I kind of gave most of my thoughts in the little interlude piece. But I'm really glad I watched that because there is a ton, like I said, a ton that I just don't know about the lore. And as I already said in that little breakdown video, I really want to read the books now. So let me know what I should watch, what I should read, what I should do to learn more about the lore because I don't know why, but this made me really gung-ho about it. I really, really want to learn more about this universe. I guess I didn't realize how much or how fleshed out they really made it. I don't know why I should have because I knew there was books and TV shows and stuff. It's like there's an animated series, isn't there? Or am I going crazy? I think there is. But for whatever reason, seeing this take on it is really like what put those pieces together that I need to learn more about this universe. So let me know where I should go to get all of that. I thought this breakdown was incredibly well done. Like I already knew there was going to be. There was a lot of things they picked up on that I didn't. A lot of things that I forgot names of that they reminded me of, and also a lot of the games I didn't play, so it was cool hearing them be like, oh, this is a callback to this game, and I was like, oh cool, I never would have known that because I didn't play that. So I thought this was really well done. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Are you excited for this show? Are you gonna watch it? Are you not? It stinks that it's kind of behind the paywall of Paramount Plus. I currently don't have Paramount Plus, but I'm just gonna do the free month trial, and I'm gonna watch this, I'm gonna watch Picard, I'm gonna watch Star Trek Discovery. There's like so much on there that I need to watch, so maybe they'll be taking my money in the future. I don't know, but I need to watch this regardless. So I'll at least be doing a free month trial if I can. So yeah, let me know your thoughts, your feelings. Do you like the Cortana take? Do you like what you're seeing? Yeah, all that good stuff. Let me know what you're thinking in the comments below. Thank you for watching this. I know that it was a little hyperactive. I didn't have a lot of words that I was looking for, so I appreciate you sticking through to the end. If you're still here and you haven't subscribed yet, please make sure that you do. Hit that bell button when you do, so to know when I post my next video, whatever that might be. And thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it and hope you have an amazing day.